Welcome back to basically part 2 of our Steelers rebuild we did the other day, as we're going to be doing the other half of that Minkah Fitzpatrick, Jonnu Smith, Jalen, Ramsey blockbuster trade, as we're going to be rebuilding the Miami Dolphins today. Of course, a team that there's been some injuries. All right, there's been some injuries. There's been some players not playing up to their talent. And of course, one of the big downsides to this team is the fact that, well, we don't know what's going on with Tua, right? Tua is seemingly playing, but Tua also seemingly is going to miss time basically every single season till the end of time. I'm not exactly sure what that entails, what that means, and they sure as hell did not help him in the offseason too much with that offensive line, which is one of the worst in the entire league. Of course, you have two really good wide receivers. They didn't have the best year last year compared to, projections, right? The year before they were historic, and then this year they were kind of mid. Let's be real, they were kind of mid. A-Chain, very solid running back. Tight end, Jonnu Smith had a great year, and they decided to trade him off. I'm not exactly sure. Were they just like, no, we're not doing Jalen Ramsey and a 5th-round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Throw in Jonnu, or we're not doing the trade. Because otherwise, I don't know why they got rid of him. I just don't understand it, because now the tight end room is garbage. I'm sorry, but it is. Of course, we talked about the offensive line. It's not in a great spot. You get Jonah and Jonah Savanaya, but it's not in a good spot. It's one of the worst offensive lines in the league, for sure, no doubt about it. And Tua's head's going to suffer for it. But, in theory, you keep the skill position healthy. I still just don't trust the offensive line, but you've got some good players, obviously. Then on the defensive side of the ball, where, almost in like kind of a Miami Dolphins, a Detroit Lions sense, exceeding expectations despite injuries, right? The edge basically didn't exist last year. Like, almost the entire edge was injured, and yet they still had a pretty good pass rush. They were actually not a bad defense. Now, of course, no Jalen Ramsey. Kendall Fuller, not that he really played much anyways, he's gone. Cornerback room is as weak as ever. Jason Marshall projects to be one of the starting boundary guys. I think, not Cam Smith, but Storm Duck, I think, projects to be one of the starting boundary guys. It's kind of crazy. Safeties, of course, Minkah Fitzpatrick is a massive upgrade, but you argue with, the thoughts that Jalen Ramsey wants to play safety when he gets older anyways. They basically traded a corner, a safety for a safety. Safety room is better, but it's still, Melifonwu at strong safety. He's had some glimpses, but overall, it's still not a point of strong suit, especially that strong side. But, of course, linebackers off ball, Tyrell Dodson, he's put up some pretty good, performance. He's a good contributor to the teams he's been on. And Jordan Brooks, he's always been good. Not great, but good. And then, of course, IDL, Seiler is arguably your best defender. I know Minkah's, the guy. He's the name. He's the overall. But Seiler's probably their best defender right now going forward, at least as far as consistency goes and what he's done on the field. Of course, Kenneth Grant, the rookie defensive tackle. I didn't even show any of the other guys, but this was kind of a reachy type of draft. I can't believe the strength's only 79 here. We got to upgrade that. I don't know why the person that made this class, which is like, month or two ago, maybe they just, they didn't want to put all the time into it. Bench press says bad. Sure. But again, you just can't be a first-round player at that position without having some sort of strength. You just can't be 78 strength as Mason Graham. You can't be 79 strength as Kenneth Grant. It's just not possible. I don't care if you bench 3 bench press reps of 225. Again, we're always going to bring up Jared Allen, but that's the perfect example every time of, oh, you really think Jared Allen's weak because he didn't have that great of a bench? No, we're not doing that. Sorry about it, but we're not doing it. But here's Jonah Savanaya, who I didn't show either. Did not change the ratings, just left him as is. Some low overalls, but at the same time, like we talked about, the Dolphins sort of reached a little bit here and there. Maybe not by a lot, but a little bit, right? There could have been better choices, I suppose. Maybe not reaches, but they didn't take best available player, I think would make more sense in that argument. But, of course, the team, skill position's fine. Trenches, specifically offense, needs work. Corners needs work. But with those skill positions on offense, like we said, it could really be a any given Sunday potential Super Bowl run early on situation. That Steelers rebuild did pretty well. I don't know if we're going to have that kind of luck here. but we're obviously going to give it a go. And of course, since all the blockbuster trade kind of rebuilds are done, I'm going to need some team names you want to see rebuilt next. I have started barely started the first season of a 10-year Browns rebuild, so let me know if there's any other teams you'd like to see. Obviously, College Football 26 will be coming up soon. I obviously don't dabble too hard into that game, but you might see a little bit of a Road to Glory series, maybe a little bit of a Dynasty. We'll see how far we go into that game this year. I don't know. It's just not my type of game, dude. I like the gameplay, and I think they put a lot of effort into it, more than Madden, but I just like the NFL more. All right? It's just me. That's it. That's all I can say. Also, college hoops, any interest there? Maybe another channel? That's all I'm saying. Either way, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that stuff. Don't do it, whatever. Second channel, Pick Air Plays. Let's get into this rebuild. Oh, this is not good. We're negative 31 in the hole. How much of that is reality to real life, I have no idea. And then I also think, did Gator Kohu get a contract? If he did, we'll adjust it. I feel like he did. The season has been up and down, but this is almost an exact kind of projection that I see for the Dolphins. I kind of see the Dolphins and Steelers. We're going to talk about both teams a little bit here and there because, they're kind of tied together for at least a season or two based on who won the trade situation. But I see both teams as just good enough to either barely miss or barely make the playoffs, right? I would be very shocked if either of those teams were like 12-5, 13-4, anything like that. But of course, we do go 8-9, so all of that's completely irrelevant. We missed the playoffs, and the season is basically a bust. Some wins, some losses, a lot of streaks, though, right? You have 2 wins in a row, 2 losses in a row. 2 wins in a row down here, 3 losses in a row. 2 wins, 2 losses. So there really wasn't any momentum, no consistency there. Just a bunch of, couple wins, couple losses. And of course, a little bit more losses than wins. Tua, with the Dolphin scheme, no change there. I did change the defensive scheme because the pass rush numbers were garb. Just under 4,000 yards for Tua. If you click off the video because I said garb, I don't even blame you. I honestly don't like myself for saying it, but 324 completions. I saved that. I meant to say 35 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. A-Chain, just like real life, right? Kind of similar numbers, just worse yards per carry. Tyreek Hill and Waddle, back kind of in the range you'd like to see them in. Number 3, even though I think Westbrook would be the number 3, technically, Malik Washington is the younger guy, so I'm going to start him there. Pharaoh Brown, 483 yards. Not bad, actually, for his ratings. O-line, better than I would have expected, especially from real life. And then pass rush, it improved switching to the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. But yeah, it's a 3-4 in Madden. What do you want? Kenneth Grant had a pretty good year, though. But what do you want? 3-4s in Madden it's a death sentence. Even in that Steelers rebuild we've seen, the first season was garbage for both guys. And then the second one, TJ Watt did well. But, TJ Watts don't grow on trees, believe it or not. They're not very easy to get. Mahomes, the MVP of the league. Any award wins for us? Dolphins, number 6 for Kenneth. Number 2 for Chop. Not really earned for Chop's sake, at least. As far as every other player goes, every other position. No DevOps in sight. We missed the playoffs, and it's sort of all for nothing. We don't even win a damn award. We have the Packers versus the Texans in the Super Bowl, with the winner being the Texans. Still negative in the money, so I'm not really sure how we're going to get Gator Kohu, but we'll try. Offensive DevOps, none. Not that we expected them. Defensive, could still see a Kenneth. We won't see a Kenneth. We will see Marshall, which is cool. And then I think Tyrell Dodson, I believe. Yeah, Tyrell Dodson as well, but unfortunately not the youngest player to be getting DevOps for. But Marshall absolutely is. So we might be having ourselves a long-term corner here in Jason Marshall thrust into that number 1, number 2 role just because we have no other options. Of course, a lot to still draft. O-line was my focus here for the focus scouting, which doesn't really surprise me. Of course, Bradley Chubb in real life does project to be like the starter, but obviously I got to start Chop, right? He has a way higher ceiling, almost the same overall, yet way younger, like 6 years, 7 years younger. Retirements, this team doesn't really have the luxury of having great talent for the most part, which means you're probably not going to have many older players, which of course means no retirements. I don't know if we lost a lot of money due to a dead hits, but we currently, as it stands, cannot afford Gator Kohu, so that's a problem. That's a concern that we're going to have to try and solve if possible. What is the dead hit? Where does it show? 40 mil hit. I don't know if that's what they have in real life, but it wouldn't surprise me. It definitely wouldn't surprise me Is there anyone we can actually save money with? Yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick, that's it. So yeah, we're really up against it right now. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do that is realistic to relieve that, because I don't imagine they're operating this negative in real life, right? But yeah, Cater Kohu wouldn't be a bad, re-addition, if you will, at 3-year at 19. So I couldn't find any money. I can't believe how broke this team is. 8.5 mil negative. And, we didn't re-sign our players. That's the rookies not being able to be paid, I think. So I'm not sure what to do here. Cater Kohu's gone. So is our chances of even completing this rebuild almost. We got to find something. There's got to be something we could do here. I mean, even Bradley Chubb, I can't do anything with. His contract is, you save 8 mil, but his contract is pretty much guaranteed. So we lost a few players, including our center, Aaron Brewer. We're down to 6 mil. Is that enough to maybe at least do our draft? I don't know. I really don't. I also don't know if we actually aren't with 3rd-round pick, but I hope we have one. All right, here we are, pick 11 in the draft. Rams with number 1, by the way, which is kind of insane. But got some random players. Got some tight ends, some linemen, obviously. Ooh. Cloud went from a round 1er to a top 5. I don't know what that actually means. Does that just mean he's like barely top 5 and it's kind of a weak class? I'm not even sure. Corner, though. And there's a very good one. Kentrell Lewis. A-man, B-zone, top 5 true. We need corner more than anything. I think it kind of comes down to if any of the corners go at 11 or by 11, and if not, might make me trade down to 20. If we trade down to 20, we might be able to pick up a 2nd round. Even if it's a late 2nd, I'm down. Bullet is not as good for sure, but he's around 1 or 2. I'd be willing to take him, even though I obviously think the other guy's better. We trade all of this to move down to 19 and gain a 2nd round pick. Hopefully those corners stick around a bit. We obviously want the other corner more than anyone, but I think I'm willing to take Bullet at 19 if he's there. If, the other guy goes first, which hopefully he doesn't, and he doesn't. I got my 2nd round pick. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm all right. Oh, what do you have? I seen top 5, and I was like, wait a minute, but it was not the top 5 we're looking for. It is a quarterback. We're good. 2 is good. Kentrell Lewis, corner 2, no matter what. Probably normal, but you never know. True talent 4. Yeah, probably, but never know. Is very accurate there. Now we move on to this 2nd round. And, of course, we have a lot of needs. Tight end, O-line, safety, D-line, linebacker. So this is a trade down. Pick 19 is probably a trade down. We might actually go to Buffalo here, try to get some draft picks. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. Interdivisional, don't care. I don't care. If I can get both those picks, I am taking them. And we do get a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from the Texans. It's fine that those are a little bit later on picks. I think that's good trade value. Bills it wasn't happening. Pick 19, we're going to trade down again. We're going to go to the Packers, I think, or the Rams. We gain a 3rd and a 4th this, and a 5th 2 years from now with our 51st pick. Trading that to the start of the next round. Super trade downs, we need it. Bullet was a decent corner, though. We said that, if he was there, we would have probably taken him if we lost the other guy. I wasn't lying to you. And as much as I don't know if I really believe this guy top 5, we need O-line. Top 5 is pretty hard to beat. 5 true talent. Hidden dev, all right? Normally these guys are normal dev, but we actually kind of lucked out there a little bit. What about tight end? Is that the next position? It might be. Safety's also there, but tight end is a massive need. Carradine's not great, I'll be real with you, but he is by far the fastest option there is, and usually the faster the tight end, the better the dev, so that's what we're hoping on, that's what we're banking on. 42 true. Hidden dev, there you go. 85 speed, 88 excel. I definitely live with that, even though he's 6'3". Doesn't matter, it's a rebuild anyways, who cares? But if it was a user league, okay, I get it, right? Probably, these safeties are still here, by the way, but yeah, probably, need a little bit taller, maybe a little faster, one of the two. Did we lose out on DT? We actually lost all the DTs, which is definitely an L. Definitely an L, but it is what it is. Let's go to 11. Even if all the safeties are gone, I don't really care. I'll just live with the safety we got, which I think they probably will be all gone. No, we still have Poole, who was the slowest of the bunch, sadly. Yeah, I don't know if I can make that trade under that play, I suppose. Murphy, he was decently fast, if I'm not mistaken, but he was raw. Yeah, he's decently fast, but raw. Can't trust that. Probably should have slow simmed. little bit of an L, but I mean, I suppose safety isn't a need we absolutely had to fill. But linebacker, on the other hand, definitely is. Leon Grubbs looks to be that true elite guy, so that's going to be our speedster, 91 true. Very surprised to see normal dev, can't lie, but it be what it be. We probably should have made some trade-ups, because getting a safety here and a DT would have been great. We kind of got neither. Little bit of an L. I mean, you could argue the guy we just got could be a safety. I don't know how tall he was, but there's arguments to be made. I mean, he's a big guy with some speed, I think. I mean, he's got to be at least 230. He's got some speed. Could actually play safety. I don't know. Is that something we want to try out? Maybe. We move up like 6 or 8 spots for a 5th-round pick. I didn't even see what it was. I think it was 8 spots. We also picked 1 in the 4th, so we really should have traded up for a DT minimum. Everyone else is kind of questionable, but DT definitely shouldn't have made a trade up for. But Brian Pryor, 74 true, hidden dev. That, I think, might be our new center. We trade a 7th this, a 6th next, and a random lineman to move up like 6 spots of the Eagles, which we will be using on a linebacker. Outside linebacker, Shaq Saunders. Think of that middle linebacker. I know it's crazy, but there might be a realm where we start him at strong safety. We'll see. 45 true talent, hidden dev. Wouldn't be the first time you kind of have that vice versa, linebacker to safety, safety to linebacker. So we'll see. Gotta have to see that agility. Gonna have to see, what's his coverage ratings and all that good stuff. But, I mean, he looks pretty versatile if you ask me, personally. Connor Wilson, really slow, but had a little bit of man coverage. Not really worth it. What about this guy, though? Avery Kelly, C finesse. This seems like a guy that is finessing, so no thank you. We just got scammed, but we trade our 2 4ths for a 3rd next and a 7th this from the Giants. I expect bad things from them. So I feel like it was a good move for us. Maybe future-proofing almost a 2nd-round pick there with 2 4ths. We'll see what happens, but I mean, not the worst team to go and bet on here, I suppose, or bet against, if you will. And then this corner looks kind of mid, but his key ratings are good. I'll take him. 7th rounder, why not? 185 true, normal dev, faster than I would have thought. Maybe a good depth piece, I suppose. And here's the draft recap: 77, 76, 73, 71, 72, 73. I mean, Grubbs is definitely fast enough to play safety, and he's got the build, 6'2", 226. Kind of lower in coverage, but not so low you couldn't start him. Let's just see what he's like at strong safety. 71 overall. Is he going to stick around that overall, though? That's the question. I'm going to put him somewhere in the... Put him at 43. He can work for linebacker and safety, so why not? He does go to a 73. Okay, fair enough. Shaq Saunders, our middle linebacker now. Yeah, I mean, it's rare. Very rare that we ever do that, so... A little bit of an interesting twist, if you will, on this one. Saunders at middle linebacker. And then we have cornerback Kentrell Lewis. Normal dev, sadly, but man and zone are great. I was going to go check his freaking dev, and I forgot he was normal. McLeod, do we need a tackle? I don't know if we need a tackle or not, but we need something. I think the tackles aren't great, but they're usable. For now, McLeod will be our left guard. Of course, we talked about it, top 5, but it's maybe a weaker top 5. We'll go look at Pryor now. We got to put at center. 6'3", 232 or 322, actually. Not a great power blocker, but he's obviously too short, in theory at least, to be a tackle. What's the dev? Very rare that we've been getting these super short linemen, and it's been a low odds. 1 every 100, maybe, if we're lucky. Jaden Carradine, obviously raw, but automatic starter just based on, process of elimination. You got pretty much nobody at tight end right now, so who's the logical choice? The one guy with some potential, obviously. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this worked out pretty well for us. Middle linebacker, he's an outside linebacker that doesn't really go down in overall, and then you have this middle linebacker that goes to safety, and he goes up in overall, so good work. All right, year number 2. The team is vastly improved, though. 5 overall is higher. You've got a bunch of longer-term starters down the line. McLeod really should start. How old is Jackson? 26. His contract is like basically fully guaranteed. McLeod maybe should start at tackle, huh? Let's start him. Screw it. He's 6'4", why not? New tight end. The other skill positions don't really matter. Quarterback, running back, wide receivers, they were already good. IDL we sold on. Corner's fine. Safety, Grubbs, hopefully is that guy. And linebacker, you probably need a replacement for Brooks, but it's an improvement. It's still probably not a playoff team, but they definitely improved. 5 overalls is a lot. Not a great season so far. We have $19 million, by the way, which I think should be enough for Phillips. We're probably going to have to go to a 4-3 because, I mean, we're just not having a good season at any category. But $1 million left over. Thankfully, we don't really have to pay anybody because we can't. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think this team should be a playoff team that wins a bunch of games every time, but we're definitely better than 6-11. We're an 85 overall. That is 6-11. But then you have the Bills at, 7-10. The Chargers at 8-9, where the Raiders are 10-7. I don't know what the hell just happened, but we regressed with a more developable team. Ended up changing to the Chiefs when we were like 3 wins, and honestly, not much changed. We didn't really win much more. We won more, but not much more. A-Chain was better, but it's not really saying much. Waddle was good. Hill was good. Washington was good, and then Carradine, he started to climb up there with those tight end numbers a little bit with the Chiefs scheme. O-line, left tackle was garbage. McLeod, 6 sacks allowed at tackle, but I forgot to change it actually to tackle, so that might be the reason why that he didn't give up a bunch. But Grant, the number 1 sacker on this team, apparently. We're going to go 4-3 and see what we're like, see what's going on. Kenneth, playing the DT at the 4-3. I mean, I guess he's the best pass rusher we have, so it doesn't really matter. Grubbs, okay. Sanders, not as good as last year. Stonehouse, good. Did we win any awards? I'm trying to think. Maybe some sort of rookie award. Mahomes wins MVP again. We do get Shaq Saunders with Defensive Rookie of the Year, which is better than none. The year before we had 0, so fair enough. But heading into year 3 with massive question marks. Bengals versus Eagles in the Super Bowl. We have ourselves a winner of the Eagles. All right, fair enough. We're still broke as hell, no matter what we do. Maybe Bradley Chubb can be traded? I don't know. Offensively, DevOps, none. I was hoping Carradine maybe would have snuck in there. No, he is not. McLeod, obviously, our full-time right tackle, unless we move him to left tackle. Very surprising, though. Phillips goes to superstar. Okay. Obviously, I also seen Minkah going to X Factor, which is nice because he's not getting any younger. Probably, sticks it out as the starting safety for the rest of this rebuild. Everyone else, though, kind of disappointing. The rookie, cornerback didn't go up in dev or anything like that. Unfortunately, obviously, Shaq went up because he was the Rookie of the Year, automatic dev up. But still a lot of question marks on this team. Kenneth Grant really looking solid, though. I think, like I said, I think it's time to go to a 4-3. It's just this 3-4 some garbage. I'm not saying that's the reason why we're not making the playoffs or not winning playoff games, but it's probably both of those things. All right, free agency. Wow, Kyle Pitts is a free agent, and you have freaking Derrick Henry and whatnot. But yeah, unfortunately, A, we don't have the funds. B, not positions we actually need regardless. So probably going to be holding off on free agency for many a reason. A left tackle or a right tackle wouldn't be the worst thing, though. McLeod at left, right tackle Moten. But we definitely don't have enough for $20 million per year right now, I'll tell you that much. Any other positions? DT, obviously, something that's potentially on the list. But no, I think we're going to be saving our money, moving to a 4-3, and potentially a brand new scheme for season number 3. All right, we are in the draft with pick number 9 overall. We have a couple of needs. We could use a lineman or two, specifically at left tackle. We could use a wide receiver 3, which could end up being our future replacement for Tyreek Hill. We could use a linebacker for sure. We could use a DT, sort of for sure. Cornerback wouldn't hurt, and safety, I don't mind our strong safety we just drafted, but we could do better, right? We could find somebody that's hidden. Either way, pick 9 overall. There was a really good-looking DT. I don't know if he's still going to be the same, and he is. 2 wide receivers we scouted. Tom Wilkerson, looking pretty good, actually. 5'10", 21 years old, pretty fast. The other guy, I believe, is even faster. Tracy Moss, 4'2", Both look good. They both look good. I really do like this DT, but I don't know if I necessarily believe he's a top 5 anyways. Creighton looks pretty good too. I definitely want the top 5, but the reason why I'm saying it like this is that I think you still trade down. Does that look like a top 5 to you? A lot of times we were like, yeah, he's probably going to be normal, and he is actually hidden. But I don't think that guy looks so good, I have to take him. personally. So I'm going to be trading this probably down to about 20. And then if he's there, sure, I'll still take him. If he's not, then obviously, well, I'm not going to take him. I'll be taking your whole draft class. Thank you very much. Let's see what the Broncos get at number 9 overall. They take a seemingly edge rusher. Let's go to 20, see who's there. I don't remember anyone's name, so I wouldn't, that does nothing for me. This is tough. I like Moss more than Wilkerson, especially since Moss is like, another one of those truly speedy players that this team likes. But I think I do have to take RJ Minor. 76 overall minimum, I'm hoping. Please be hidden. 4 true talent. I knew it. I friggin' knew it. 4 true talent, though. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, you definitely can, but at least it didn't go bad. Let's go to pick 9, and I think we're going to take Wilkinson. Is his name Wilkinson or Wilkerson? Oh, we got both, actually. This is tough now. Tracy Moss or Wilkerson. Who do I take? I mean, they're both very similar. I don't know. This is tough. Moss, very fast. I think that's enough for me. Tracy Moss, speed, 50 true talent. Hidden dev, there you go. Fastest receiver room in the league, gets faster. Beautiful. How good was that corner? So I might just trade up for him too. He was top 5. Oh, damn. Yeah, I got to take him. 6'2", 22, fast. Maybe he's hidden. Take the guy that we just drafted last year, put him in the slot. Gets him and Dev up. Everyone's a star Dev corner on the team. Easy clap. Oh, damn, I was about to give him a 3rd. But apparently a 4th was enough. We traded up 10 spots to take that corner using a 4th round pick. Not bad. Definitely still need linebackers. You got to be careful. I still think that DT is better than the guy we took, but whatever. Corey Sharpton, A-man, B zone. Let's see. 5 true talent now. Hidden. I mean, I forgot he's top 5. We know that. But Hidden Dev, number 2. That's our corner 2. The other guy's moving down to 3. All right, we got a lot of 3rd round picks. Sadly, the safeties are gone, but we have a lot of options here. I don't know what to do at linebacker, because you got a couple of guys that are pretty fast, but a lot of them I just don't know what they're about. Like Lowell, I kind of get, right? He's good at block shed, whereas Shields really isn't. Shields is fast, but he's the slowest of the 3. I don't know what to do. Yeah, whatever. AJ Shields, I like him. 21 true talent. Hidden Dev. There you go. Linebackers sorted. Now maybe we take one of those linemen. That might be the move. Also, that might not be the move. It might be the absolute guaranteed move. Not might be. Problem is I don't know much about the linemen compared to previous years. Perkins looks the best, but he is the least equipped to play tackle. Downing also. I mean, I got that pass block down. I guess Thompson is your best bet, so I'm going to go Thompson. I could just move McLeod to tackle, to be fair. 40 true talent. Oh, that sucks. Well, here is our last pick in the draft, Mr. Cordell Allen, anyways, not Adam. 91 true, Hidden Dev, very low overall, but we'll see. We'll see what we want to do. Either way, that's the end of our draft. Some really good picks, some not so great ones. Take a look at that draft recap. 77 overall from Mr. RJ Minor. 77 block shed, 72 power move. I still want to see Creighton. I think he was better. I just had a feeling he was going to be better, and so far, kind of looking like he probably will be. Tracy Moss, very fast wide receiver 3. Super short. I mean, I know you got some shortness already at wide receiver, but super, super short. Potential future wide receiver 1 or 2. Put him at number 0. Looks kind of cool. Sharpton, doesn't matter really what his dev is. He is going to be the number 2. He's at least star, and that's better than what we got. And it's more than star. It's superstar. So, yeah, definitely number 2. Shields, the new middle linebacker. Didn't think he was going to be this fast at all. Don't really love the height. Actually, no, he's not going to be the new middle linebacker. We're playing a 4-3. We actually needed 2 linebackers, arguably. Rip. I didn't even check his dev. Oh, well. And then Allen. Potentially our new starting left tackle. I mean, he's got the build for it. Do I actually want to start this low of a left tackle, though? That's the question. I guess. Dev. And I was about to say, maybe he's superstar. And he was. The lower the overall, the higher the dev. It's definitely not true, but sometimes it works out. Take a look at Creighton. Mr. Creighton, pick 19, 73 overall. Hidden dev. Good power move. I really thought he would have been better than that, to be honest, but hidden dev is still better than Miner's normal dev. But only a star. Arguable that Miner is still the better player. Either way, good enough draft. All right, here we go for season number 3. The O-line looks a little bit better. Still going to start Paul because he is young still. He's 24. I think he's deserving to start again, but that superstar left tackle, he's not too far behind, especially if Paul needs a contract and he's expensive. You know, he's going to get replaced. But if the contract's not bad and he keeps going up, Allen might just move over to guard again. So we'll see. Wide receivers, I worry a little bit about Tyreek Hill, and Waddle's not too far behind. I'm going to hopefully get an X-Factor dev up here. But yeah, I mean, the skill positions have been pretty set this entire time. And then defensively, we have, got to go to a 4-3. So Littleton won't be starting. It'll be Shields, Saunders, and Brooks with Grant and Milner starting. It'll look a lot better, obviously. But, we got to go to a 4-3. Hopefully that changes things. I think we're going to be rocking the Chiefs playbook. I was going to go Bengals, but we have a better tight end than they do. So I kind of want a scheme that actually uses the tight end. So either the Chiefs or the Falcons, which then the Falcons might even arguably at times be better. But, I suppose we'll just go Falcons then instead. It's a little bit less cheese, arguably. That I did not expect. Jalen Phillips is now an X-Factor dev, and that was an earned one. He had 2 sacks needed, and he got them. Not having a great year, but it's a year. A lot of money. A-Chain, Fitzpatrick, Tyreek Hill, Jordan Brooks, Daniel, Seiler. Some names, but not that many. So I don't know what kind of contracts are we being held up by, but those are gone now. Of course, Bradley Chubb was one of the big ones. We took a 12 mil dead hit, which, considering his cap hit, not bad. Minkah, 4-year deal worth 90. It's a lot of money, but he's a good player, so we'll take it. A-Chain, a 6-year 50. Definitely a cheap deal for us. Tyreek Hill, I'd like to do this on a 2-year deal, 2-year 58. I know there was talks about, didn't he say like after his contract is up, he was retiring, but I don't care. Okay, he's decided to stick around. That's his choice, not mine. Seiler's a good player, but right now he's our 3 technically, so I'm not, I don't think we're going to be grabbing him back. Special teamers, we'll grab, assuming Sanders playing like he did last year, we'll grab both of them. And Jordan Brooks, we'll definitely do a 1-year, at least. There you go. Not bad. This is actually a really nice re-signing period. Very chill. EA hates the Dolphins. I don't know what to tell you. Falcon scheme is a failure, 8-9. It is now Operation Use the Craziest Cheese Possible. It's Chiefs and Packers scheme time. It's one of the two. Going Chiefs next season because this is ridiculous. I get it. It's a tough conference, but this team is good enough to make the playoffs, dude. 89 overall, not good enough. I mean, we've built this team up. This team is good. Tua pretty good. A-Chain was garbage. This scheme sucks for running backs, apparently. Tracy Moss was very good as a rookie. Hill was okay, not many touchdowns. Waddle was okay, not many touchdowns. Carradine was pretty bad, couple of touchdowns. Blocking was garbage. Pass rush improved. Phillips was amazing. Grant was really good. Robinson was decent. Milner was pretty mid. More like Midner. Marshall, 4 picks. Sharpton, 2, and that's it. 6 picks on the year between 2 guys. Sanders, I paid him a 2 or 3 year deal. Was pretty bad. Stonehouse, obviously very good. And that was pretty much it. Let's take a look at the yearly awards, which I don't know if we would have had any because we were very bad. We got Rookie of the Year on offense. Rookie of the Year on defense for Shields. I was hoping that would have been Milner, but as long as it's one of our guys, I really don't care. I do care, but I don't care as much, right? I'm glad that it was one of our guys, bare minimum. Headed on to year 4 with basically nothing to show for it. Could this be a failed rebuild? 5 years is the max. Got 2 more left to get the Broncos and the Cowboys. I mean, at one point, we beat the Chiefs, and then we lost to like a 4-8 Jets team or something like that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Cowboys 38-14 over the Broncos. Both teams 9-8. We were 1 win away from potentially being a 9-8 Super Bowl champion. Basically, that's what they're saying. Moss goes a superstar. Tyreek Hill, we did a 2-year. I'm already regretting he's down to a 91, but Moss is definitely the future of the position, as he is now an 84 overall superstar with a pretty impressive Rookie of the Year award win. Everyone else on offense, not going to be the case. Defensively, a lot of things going on here. Obviously, Phillips we knew about being an X factor. Marshall goes to superstar, which is great. So, Kenneth Grant, 89 overall. The guy has been great. He is a superstar dev now. Then you, of course, have Marshall, who goes up to a superstar. Lewis, still normal. Can't get to superstar to save his life. But Marshall, superstar dev. Beautiful. Did our strong safety go up in dev? I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure it was still normal. No, he did go. I think he did. Just went to superstar himself, or star dev himself. Nice. Actually, a really good dev up season, especially for this defense. Not bad at all. And then, of course, we talked about Shields already. He was a superstar, so goes to X Factor. Wait. Was that last year? Wait, I'm so confused. This isn't even who I'm thinking of it, is it? Did he go up in dev last year? Shields the one that won Rookie of the Year. Or Saunders. I keep saying Shields. Saunders won Rookie of the Year, so he went up. Wait, who won? Wait, what? I am so confused. Shields did win Rookie of the Year, but because he was already a superstar, he didn't go up in dev. How the hell did he get to X Factor then? It must have been a player of the week. Let's see the players of the week. And I can't. Fantastic. I love it. All right, $91 million. I'm pretty sure we took care of all the contracts, though. So, again, I'm not really sure where it is that the money has just appeared from. But Chop Robinson, 5-year option. It's not a bad decision because his re-sign interest is low, but we're just hoping that he just decides to re-sign with us. Siler's asking for a lot, especially with the regression. I mean, these guys aren't bad contracts, but I also just don't want to be tied up to anyone right now, just in case. We'll do a 2-year Alec Ingle, just like I said. Not wanting to be tied up, and I tie myself up instantly. That's my kink. Let's take a look at free agency. What do we even need? I mean, like, the better O-line, I suppose, but we haven't really seen any, which is a little surprising, actually. But better O-line wouldn't hurt. We have our O-line looking okay. But, a 90 overall here and there wouldn't hurt. Wide receiver, it's not going to work out with Tyreek's contract, right? Milner goes up 2 whole overalls, by the way. Linebackers, I guess left out, but Brooks can work it at 83 for sure. I mean, really, just maybe a better lineman. Everyone else that we have, the future set. Team looks all right as is, and then the future set. Safety, yeah, sure, they could help, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to lowball Branch for sure, because, why wouldn't I? Nobody wants him. If nobody wants him and I have a chance to get him at, like, 15 mil a year or less, 14 mil a year would be an insane get. Not going to get him, but you never know. You really never know. Linderbaum, he's good, but I don't really need him. Ronnie Stanley, however, definitely worth just going crazy for. Our left tackle played like crap, really the last several years. So if I can get Ronnie Stanley and get this team another, superstar tackle like they had with Tunsil all those years, I would definitely be down. I would definitely be down for it. Speaking of Tunsil, he's actually a free agent. I could actually just get Tunsil back. This is kind of the redemption tour with, him and him and Fitzpatrick, I should say. Man, I really want that tackle, but I don't think I'm going to get him. But Tunsil's a guaranteed thing right now if I just offered him, so I'm going to have to think about this one. I don't think I need 2 tackles, but I also don't want to risk it by not putting them on the list. Cornerback, yeah, you could maybe cut some corners with Humphrey, but I don't really think we need him that bad. Tunsil, how much is Tunsil anyways? A 1-year 22, that is costly. Whatever, dude. We're trying to build a Super Bowl roster right now. Let's get them both. Damn, we got them both. All right, Tunsil is, I suppose, our new right tackle. McLeod will be the backup for a year, and then, he'll be even better next season, but there you go. Offensive line, specifically tackles, has dramatically increased. This team should be playoff bound minimum, let alone, whatever playbook we run. But with the playbooks we're running right now, yeah, we definitely should go up in dev in playoff chances. This is a vastly improved team. Now, the O-line's got depth as well. The overall really not go up to 90 plus? I don't know how that's possible. We went up so high at tackle. All right. I mean, we got 2 superstar tackles now. Interior still isn't great, but it's all right. I mean, maybe even argue just starting McLeod anyways this season at left guard. Problem is I have him as a right tackle listed, so I'm going to have to actually physically move him to left guard. Otherwise, they're going to give him tackle stats probably. Does have that very good pass blocking build for tackle, but you got to start the higher overalls. I mean, there's really not a weakness on this offense right now. And then defensively, not really a weakness here either. DT2 maybe. We'll, I suppose, look at it. I did scout safety further. I didn't think our strong safety was going to get star, and I was like, okay, 80 overall normal dev. It's not the best, but he does, in fact, get that dev up, meaning we scouted for nothing. All right, we're in the draft, and we scouted further a couple of really high-rated guys, and they're all top 5. You have Percy Brock. I don't really need wide receiver that badly right now, but still, seeing the speed, was like, let's see if he's actually good. And then you have Andrew Hayward. Not that fast, but all the A's in the world with a top 5 true talent. He could be generational. I don't know if that really changes much for me, but I suppose if he fell to 14, there's some, conversations to be had. Wagner looks pretty good, but DT Milner, he looks good. Or Miller, what was his name? I already forgot because he's just so non-memorable. I'm going to 14 though. If one of those top 5ers is there, maybe I take them, but I doubt they will be. Yeah, they're both gone 7 and 10 in the same division, mind you. What do I want to do? Do I want to take Rudy Wagner? I feel like I've already have this build, and it's going to be another normal dev. Whereas if I wait, I could get like Barry Cartwright. Should we not just like trade for a proven DT? This is like the one rebuild where it would make a lot of sense to do so because we have a lot of money. Should we not? I'm going to try to trade for like a proven DT that's, on a team 28, 29 years old or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who, but somebody. I'm going for a proven DT. We're just missing that pass rush inside. I know we have Kenneth, but let's go for someone else. And we get that trade. Pick 14 overall for Kobe Turner, 28 years old, superstar dev. The Rams take the trade. I mean, it's not my job to say, oh, was it fair or not. They took it. 14 overall. I mean, you're kind of getting DeForest Buckner vibes, right? I don't hate that. I don't hate that comp. It's not terrible. Safety, don't really need it, but I mean, at this point, I'm already kind of locked in with a potential safety because they're all just sitting here. Not the best looking players, but Milner with that speed looks good. Don't like that Excel though. That Excel makes me worry about running back. We could use a backup. Booth was pretty damn fast. 4.36. Don't know much about him, but luxury pick. I mean, I don't really need anything else, so why not? Harvey Booth. 23 is good. Hidden is great. All right, that's a really good draft pick. I think Osgood would have been a great pick too, but I don't know. I just wanted a fast back again. This team is all about the speed. That guy fits the mold pretty well. Bozeman, he was decent as well with that finesse move. We got 3 DTs now, though. I think we're fine. Let's go to the end of this round / into the next round, and then if one of those safeties is still there, maybe we trade up. And more than one of the safeties there, almost all of them are there. Wiley looks probably the best guy. He's got B-man, C-zone. Let's go to the Giants. Trade a 5th round pick to do it. Only went up 14 spots, so it's not really unexpected, if you will. With this pick, we are going to be taking the safety Wiley. A little undersized, which makes me really think maybe I should go like Terry Carroll, because I could probably put him at linebacker. He's a bit raw. This guy could play linebacker, though, for us, and we do need potentially a linebacker for Brooks. Like, if this guy was hidden, I would try him at linebacker, I think. But I could also just go Reese. Yeah, let's go J.J. Wiley. He looks like the better player. So, Wiley it is. 36 true. We'll have to see if we made a bad decision with that. Normal dev is pretty bad, though. I can't really imagine the other guy being worse than that. Another really good trade for the Giants. So we give them a 4th and a 5th. We, trade up 13 spots for another 5th round pick. This late is very good value for them. I just don't really need the picks. Oh, we have Dominique Ingram. We have a lineman there. We got plenty of linemen. We got linemen sitting back up right now. Donald Colbert. Pretty damn fast. That's the guy. That's the guys who we got. 89 true. Sadly, normal dev. All right, draft recap. How we looking? 75, 74, 72, 63. That 63. Who cares? Our 1st round pick was actually a running back. Well, or not first round pick, but our first pick was a running back. I completely forgot about that trade for Kobe Turner, which was a good one, to be fair. That guy's 88 overall. Not going to get a DT even close to that good over the next 2 seasons. Wiley, definitely going to compare him to Carroll. Because, I mean, the guy's all right, but Carroll decides to also play linebacker, and Wiley does not. Colbert, he's actually a really good player. Just means normal development rate. Really good sleeper, for sure. But let's take a look at Carroll, who was a second. Well, I mean, he should have been a second rounder, but he wasn't. Carroll, there you go. 74 overall, 89 speed. Okay, also normal, so it doesn't really matter as much. But yeah, definitely could make that linebacker switch. 64 block shed for a safety is crazy high. I know Wiley's smaller, but I imagine Wiley's block shed is way lower. Look at here, Miller only, well, I mean, it's a lot shorter, but similar overall, way worse block shed. They definitely intend Carroll to play both. Like I assumed, should have done it. I don't know if I would have started him over Brooks, but would have at least had a conversation starter. Either way, big winner of that offseason, for us would be Kobe. Kobe Turner was the guy we needed the most anyway, so even with an iffy mid-draft, we do still improve massively because of him and the tackles. Also, as I'm literally recording this, the freaking Dolphins signed Darren Waller out of retirement, dude. What do you mean? I'm already, completely done with this rebuild. Oh my god, at least I get to mention it, I suppose. But, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that one. To be fair, he put up 500 yards, a year ago. I don't even know if he finishes the season. But I was wondering what they would do at tight end. I suppose they got their solution. I mean, I guess, you know what? You know what, Darren Waller? Even though I don't get to put your name in the title, you're going to help me out here because there's going to be so many comments saying, lol, where's Darren Waller? It's going to be great. It's going to be free comments. Man, it's just too easy. It's just too easy. I mean, thank you. Thank you, Darren Waller. Thank you for existing. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. It's 32. I'm not sure what the hell they offered him to get him there, but sure, I guess. I suppose. I mean, I'm not really sure what I could do to bring Darren Waller up to speed here. I don't think it would have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Jordan Phillips, sorry you're going as well, but that does suck. Why couldn't the Miami Dolphins do this yesterday? Huh? Why couldn't you do this yesterday? There's just no point, though. Or do I bring him on right now so I can put him in the thumbnail? Ooh, clever. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. All right, we're not going to do that. If I do bring him on, I won't put him in the thumbnail, but I don't think I'm going to. He'd be 35 at this point. I mean, this is a wild move in general, to be fair. Darren Waller, dude. What a name drop. All right, here we are for season number 4. The team looks pretty damn good, right? We got 2 really good tackles. This is the best the team's going to be. Let's just call it how it is. I also signed Darren Waller. Sort of. Kind of. Yeah, he's probably wouldn't be this good of an overall by year 34. To be fair, he kind of retired as a decent overall in Madden. So 2 years from now, based on his Madden rating going into the game of maybe 82 plus, 76 overall is actually pretty damn fair. All I can say is no one can say we didn't have Darren Waller. Also, I accidentally put a T instead of R and had a little chuckle for a moment. Darren Wallet. Ironically enough, coincidentally, the reason why he's returning to football, it seems. And, people are saying, well, he must have not actually wanted to retire. He just was trying to avoid the Giants. Well, are the Dolphins that much better? Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? But still, it's not like a crazy better situation. I don't even know what the trade comp is, but I'll throw a pick over to the Giants. I don't really give a damn. He's also closer to 36 at this point. Not even closer. He's literally 36, I think. I don't know. I'm going to put him at 35. But I don't know. It doesn't say the trade comp yet, so whoops. Can't be much, though. It can't be more than a 6th round pick at the moment. The guy was literally Undertaker gone. Bro just rose from the grave. I'll throw him a 6th round pick. If it's anything higher than that, the Dolphins are stupid. That's all I can really say. We'll take a 6 from them multiple years down the line where we're not even here anymore. All right, contracts. Grant, Marshall, Chop Robinson, Savania, Brooks, Paul, Stanley, Wright, Ewers, Tunsil, And that doesn't even count for the next year, which is going to be Lewis. Some expensive contracts here. Marshall, absolutely. Number 1 contract here. I know he's not the youngest guy anymore, but definitely, you know, the cheapest. And he's a good player. Kenneth Grant, he's been great for us. How many mils is this? About 25 per 4-year 100. I think that's a good contract. $49 million. You got to keep Chop, even though he's been up and down, to say the least. We'll do a 4-year deal on 104. There you go. We're down at $26 million. 7i, I think the contract is worth it. We'll do a 5-year, 47. And that's like as far as we can re-sign. Brooks is gone, Paul is gone, Stanley's gone, Wright's gone, Ewers, Tunsil, all these guys are 100% gone. We might actually have to win this game to make the playoffs. That's how bad it's been. We actually are the 5 seed. Yeah, the Colts and Texans. 10-7, both missing the playoffs. Wow. Chiefs scheme on offense, Bills defense, and we barely make the playoffs. 35 touchdowns, 4 picks, and we barely make the playoffs. That's insanity, dude. That's actually wild. Tyreek Hill had a pretty rough season. The 2 tackles we just brought on, both very high overall, 23 sacks allowed, of course. Okay, Phillips just killed it, though. 25 sacks for Phillips. That is the most unexpected. I know he's in the 90s now, and he's an X-Factor, but one of the most unexpected seasons I've ever seen. Turner was very good. Chop Robinson was pretty good, and then Grant was solid. The defense was very impressive. Kicking was garbage. Dude missed that many kicks. 7 kicks out of 21. That is ridiculously bad. Tua was at 7. Fair enough. Mahomes, has he won every single MVP? He might have. Jalen Phillips, Defensive Player of the Year, obviously. Booth, number 3. I didn't even think he had that kind of a year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't start any. QB, number 3. Okay, that's Pro Bowl. Running back, number 7. Wide receiver at number 5. O-line at 3. 7i, worth the contract, apparently. Phillips, really good, number 1. Surprised we didn't get at least another player or two, like Turner at DT, maybe 7. I don't know. Looking at the linebackers, no. DB, no. Kicker, definitely not. I don't feel super great about it, but here we are, taking on the Ravens. We're a better team, but we sure as hell have not played like it this season. It's a rainy one, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. They get 3. We answer back with 3. We get a stop. We answer back with a touchdown. Now up by 14 with 2 touchdowns. Really big chance to put the game away there. Didn't do it. Defense is doing well, but offense got to do something. There you go. That'll be it. 31-6. 31-13. That was a very convincing win. Let's take a look at the stats. Tua did throw the pick, but had a great game nonetheless. Very good numbers there. And Ursa getting cooked for 3. Chop Robinson finally showing up a little bit here. Jair with a pick. Sanders missing a field goal. I guess it was blocked, but still so many missed field goals, dude. It's just too many. You got to stop, pal. All right, divisional round. Who do we got? Anyone but the Chiefs? The Bills, man. This is a freaking gauntlet of matchup, right? Like, Ravens, Bills, what? Chiefs after if we even win? Right, division matchup. I mean, we might be the better team, but they won the division. So, clearly it means nothing to us or the game. What overall we are, it's just, well, the Bills in real life, playoff team. Dolphins in real life, probably not playoff team. That's all EA cares about. Although, we're kind of killing them. Back-to-back playoff upsets where we just absolutely dominate. This one more so. 52-21. That is a crazy scoreline. Tua was amazing. Josh Allen got destroyed. He literally, he would never be able to beat those allegations. He would have the worst offseason ever. It just would not be a great offseason. All right, what do we got? We got the Chiefs. The Raiders. Okay, well, I mean, at least it's not the Chiefs, but at the same time, at this rate, I kind of wish it was. Not only would it be a crazy deserved win if we went all the way, but, now they're throwing us a wild card team that's, really not looking good. It's like, oh, this is going to be the team to upset us now. 7-0. I mean, up to this point, we have destroyed the teams they've thrown at us. This one, not so much. Oh, huge touchdown after half. It's still not over, though. 24-13. Raiders are still in it. They're down 5. This offense is some garbage. There you go. A-Chain might have closed it. He does. Wow, for a moment there, they actually look like they're going to make the comeback. 31-19. I mean, it's a good score, but not quite as good as the other ones. James Richardson, a rookie, almost beat us. Fantastic. H.A. with the big run. Waddle, solid. We have Phillips with 3 sacks, 2 for Grant. Wilkins had 1 against his former team. Darnay Holmes with a pick. And a win for the Dolphins. We're in the Super Bowl. I mean, it only took the Bills' defense and Chiefs' offense. Clearly, it's still a Dolphins rebuild, right? It's not basically cheating. Obviously not. I really hate that you need to literally run the cheesy OP playbooks for some teams to just win. It's insane. Eagles, I mean, maybe we don't even win anyways. 38-17, Eagles over Falcons. I mean, we still have a higher overall than them. It's just, we just haven't, I mean, we have felt like it, but we also haven't felt like it. I don't know what to tell you. Carradine is an 87 overall. Jaden Carradine. Looking pretty good. Route running, solid. Catching's great. Speed's good enough. Then we look at the defensive side of things. Thought Kenneth Grant might have been an X factor. He was not. I don't believe any of these players went up in dev. I don't believe, right? I don't think so. Either way, doesn't matter. Don't care what their dev is. Eagles versus Dolphins. 10-7 versus our 11-6. Barely better. It's a really tough team in the Eagles, man. They win a lot of Super Bowls now in Madden. Here we go. End of the game. 0-0. Still 0-0. Still 0-0. Second quarter. Eagles get 7. I'm not so happy about team scoring now. 14-0. There you go. Finally. But, I mean, at this point, defense, I mean, come on, offense. You're kicking field goals down 14. We get the stop, thankfully, but his offense does not instill much hope. Huge drive there with the 2-point, 3-point game. Got to get a stop. 4th and inches, you got to get the stop. They're going for it here. I mean, you have to. This would be a tush push in real life. In game, though, thankfully, it seems like a dive. And it doesn't. You know, it does matter. They still get stopped. 3rd and 20. Huge conversion. Tracy Moss for 26. I need this to slow down. Oh, my God. I was about to say, I need them to slow down a little bit. They do get the touchdown. They get the lead, but they've given Philadelphia an hour to work with. Yeah, I mean, they've given them so much time there. The clock is moving. We're running the ball. I don't know if that clock's moving, but we're coming into this game because I just don't think the team's going to do it. Field goal is an option, but do you really want to make this game last even longer? I don't think so. Carradine, good play to the 37. I mean, I'll play this thing out. You know, I don't really care. If we have to win the game for the team, I'm going to win the game for the team. Tyreek Hill 1-on-1. He's still a fast man. There's nobody on Waddle. Going to go with a possession. I don't know if he got out of bounds there. He did not. I mean, you gotta keep that last time out, I think. What? It takes that much time? In between. Almost picked off. Oh my God, Cooper DeJean almost did it. I mean, you probably should kick a field goal here. I mean, you have a very fast corner on that boundary line. I think you maybe try. This is a lot to ask for. That safety brings it, which I think he might. You could also have Waddle. Waddle. 1 yard short. Oh my God. What do you do here? I think you go for it. I don't know what the analytics tell you, but I don't see how this is any different than going for a 2-point conversion to win the game. They got the crazy DTs. Please, Tua. And we get it! We win the game on the craziest Super Bowl finish of all time. That would be hands down the craziest. I don't care what the Falcons and the Patriots and this, that, and the other thing. I don't care. I'm trying to think of all-time Super Bowl finishes. And there's, been some walk-off plays, catches and, whatever. Considering we're down to the 1, you could go to overtime. You go for the QB sneak. Imagine it was a tush push. That would be solidified the craziest ever. But a QB sneak from the 1 second left. You get the conversion. You win the game. Unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. Wow. Tua's won a Super Bowl. I really didn't think we were going to for a moment there, especially with giving him 1 minute left, giving up another touchdown. I'm like, okay, well, if we go to overtime, we've lost. They literally can't be stopped, while we have shown we can be stopped very easily. What a performance there. I can't believe freaking Waddle fell down 1 yard short, though. Couldn't dive or anything. Diving in this game is just stupid. There's really no point. Unless you can dive like the dive to work. Can't believe you didn't pick that, by the way. The dive to work, someone has to be waiting for you. You need to dive like through them for an animation, but diving when someone's on you, they just catch you before you even get out of the dive, before you even start the dive animation. Tua was great. Hurts threw a pick. That might have been enough. That might have been enough for us to win the game. Barkley was not great. Waddle, 81 yards. Sacks, 1 for Carter, 1 for Odengbo, and then 1 for Walker, or Grant, not Kenneth Walker, Kenneth Grant. Jordan Brooks with a pick, and a win for the Dolphins. I did not think we were going to win that game. I really didn't. I did not think there was a chance. Of course, it's like, yay, you won a Super Bowl, but Chiefs O, Bills D. It definitely feels unearned. It feels less earned for sure. I did want to see something, though. I wanted to see time of possession, which was almost equal. I really didn't feel like that. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I felt. I don't know. I feel like it took us a lot longer to get down the field, but the stats are saying that that's a lie. So I don't know what to tell you. Either way, we have won the Super Bowl in year 4, I believe this was. Tyreek Hill, even though he's regressed, I still want to see what his overall is, see what we're looking at. And yeah, he's a good player, obviously. He's very good. Still, a threat deep. Taking a look at Waddle as the number 2, 91 overall. 97 speed, 97 excel. Looking good. Looking decent. Then you have Mr. Tracy Moss, 87 overall. Not good at short route, but very good at everything else. And obviously super young, so still time to develop for sure. A-Chain with Booth as the running back, too. Really good group of running backs to work with for the long term. Then you, of course, have Tua, which we still have more players to look at, like our tight end, and Savanaya. But very accurate quarterback, just doesn't have the throw power, sadly. But, I mean, with his abilities, he might have the option to speed that whole process up a little bit. Jaden Carradine, what a tight end. That sounds sus, but you know what I mean. Not quite like that, but still, what a tight end after all. Jonas Savanaya, 85 overall. Great pass blocking. Everything else, pretty bad. Pretty bad run blocking in totality there. Then you move on to the defensive side of the ball, where we're going to see Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's an 93 overall X Factor. 92 zone coverage. I mean, it worked out in the end, right? We won a Super Bowl with the Steelers quicker, but both teams ended up winning a Super Bowl in this realm. Maybe, you know what? Even though the Steelers didn't win one in this rebuild, maybe we would have seen the Dolphins win one 2 years after the Steelers rebuild. Who knows? At least when we're in charge, perhaps. But still, I don't really care how it happened, when it happened. It happened, right? AJ Shields, great coverage ratings, actually. He's really good. Very good linebacker. I mean, he can load up so quick. He's almost a 90 overall. He's, 24 years old? Very good stuff. Saunders, 86 overall, another guy that would have developed pretty quickly. Doesn't get field general, but another good coverage player. Very fast, obviously. Corners, worked them from the ground up, right? With Jason Marshall and Sharpton, not really from the ground up because he was already a good player as is, but look at the press and man coverage. He's so good so quickly. Just, I mean, never looking back. You start these rookies, they have a good rookie year. Anything's possible. Jason Marshall, another really good press man corner. I mean, these guys are on the boundary. The press coverage, very hard to beat. Very solid. And then Lewis, even though he's normal dev, probably very good as well. Very good man. Not so good press, but good man coverage across the board, nonetheless. Then we have the D-line. Chop Robinson. Some ups and some downs, but looked pretty good in that 4-3 recently. 90 overall, double-digit sacks. It's a win. It's good. Got the contract extension. That's a win for him. Left side, Jalen Phillips. He's been getting better and better in these Madden rebuilds anytime we have him. I mean, look at that power move and finesse. They're both really high. Block shed's good. Fast enough, obviously. Then you have the DTs. Traded for Kobe Turner, which seemingly was a massive move for us. Got himself some decent sacks and won himself a Super Bowl ring. I don't think you can really be mad with that if you're him. And then Kenneth Walker has been pretty damn great this entire time. Definitely want to see those stats real quick, because pretty damn good if you ask me. 6, 7, 12.5, 7.5 for a 331-pound DT. Not bad at all. Then, of course, special teamers don't really care too much about. Anyways, that is going to be it for this Miami Dolphins realistic style rebuild with Darren Waller And Minkah Fitzpatrick, of course, it doesn't really matter. I'm glad they didn't make a crazy move, unless I missed one. Maybe by the time this comes up, they'll trade for someone else. But it worked out in the end, I think, for both teams, specifically us here in this rebuild. If you have any other teams you want to see next, though, let me know by leaving them in the comment section below, and maybe leaving a like while you're there. Maybe subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And we'll definitely have a 10-year Browns rebuild, I would assume, on the weekend. And tomorrow, probably some Chupacabra's offseason. Of course, we have that franchise deep dive for Madden 26 coming up. We'll definitely do something with that. Maybe we do Chupacabras after that as well, assuming we do, like, I don't know, the offseason tomorrow, and then some sort of light goal for the for like a back-to-back type of situation. Either way, a lot of content as always, so if you're interested, stick around, perhaps. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya. And then, of course, shout out to all the members of the channel. Truly appreciate you guys a ton, especially returning member Darrell Gaming. I've been a member of the channel. I mean, hell, been subscribed to the channel for a long time in general. Appreciate the continued support. Of course, anyone that isn't already a member thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Of course, one of the big things is our monthly members-only rebuilds that we do. So check that out if you're already a member or you're thinking about becoming one. Regardless, member or not, appreciate y'all watching and